That's a long-range shot coming in from Smooya, the raid boss. P250 gifted to him as Diha looking to take the fight, but a great flashbang, and Mezzi immediately gushes him. So the initial duels going away of Fnatic, and now they can pretty much go wherever they want, Vince. 4 versus 2. Dodo and Spinks still haven't spotted the C4 out.
Be very wary because Spinks is laid in wait. Shadow betraying Mezzi. And his head is removed. Bomb dropped down, but only for a brief couple of moments. And that rotational player of Doto needs to make moves now. Going through into connector. Needs Spinks to stay alive, but Spinks has been dealt with accordingly. Doto will get the first shot off, but that will be his final play of the round. Fnatic do convert their opportunities and take the first round. Thinking about pulling the trigger again on this aggression, and with no smokes remaining on their utility belt collectively, it's understandable why he's going in for this. Incendiary's not being tossed down, but he's dropped the bomb alongside it. Brolan counteracts instantly, just shy of 30 seconds on the clock, and Fnatic know that the pressure is swelling for them, but Smooya picks off Snappy in transition, down in no man's land, has been punished accordingly. Brolan gets winged around the corner of bathrooms before retrieving the bullet and putting it into the head of Hades. And now Diha with 12 seconds has to try and stop this. Is there enough time for the plant? No. I think they're going to be too shy.
No time. There's no time. 5, 4. There we go. They've lost a round, and all Diha has to do is just stay alive, and they have won the round. Little bit of fluff there from Fnatic.
It's one that Fnatic have had a lot of success on, so it makes sense to stack this if I'm ENCE right now. The problem is, though, that Mezzi has been on fire, and there's 2 more headshots. The Snappy is peeled back. The flashbang could not have been better. Fnatic are just clobbering ENCE. The demolition has been put in place. The charge is set, and they've been blown up in the face of the Finns and the other international players on that team. Oh my God, I'm just lost for words, Blair. My brain hurts. How is it possible?
How does he get this kill? I don't understand. All right, he gets the first one. Oh, that is spilled. And then a perfect flashbang. Even though they found 2 players, they were still making sure that they had the protocols right, Vince. They knew there might be a 3rd player. They flashed through the smoke, and this Fnatic team, they had no business winning that round. They had absolutely no business. Be a little bit more aggressive towards short. You can see Snappy's position towards short, to the sandbags, and Brolan is being so patient, Vince, so very patient, waiting for them to come into his crosshair, not running in alone, and Mezzi looking to get to his 14th kill, I guess. He's on 13 and 2 already. Make that, never mind, 15 and 2. He's off to a hell of a start. T-side of overpass as well. It's not that easy. Spinks spots the hand. He's going to hold his line. He finds the first kill, but turns around, misses the second, though, and it's going to be a quick trade from Crims. Snappy, however, looking to strike. Has done a lot of damage on a Brolan. Finds Crims. Quick trade coming in, and down to a 2 versus 2. Diha and Dodo. They need to deliver right now, Vince. This is the best opportunity they've had in a while.
Yet to get any kills. This should be his opportunity. He's been tagged, he's been winged, he's been forced back. Now there's a Molotov down. Good spray, though, as a Deagle comes to the aid of Smooya. Unsure as to where the last player currently resides. It's going to be down on the dumpster. He may get caught, he may get fouled from Doto, who decides not to peek. He assumed it was a fake. And now Smooya has every chance to win this round. Takes Doto, and with it, the hopes and dreams event.
The protocols, utility usage, the way they're grouping up together, the space in the trade game, also the sheer aim. Again, see the flashbang coming in, right? Allowing Mezzi to push in alongside his teammate, and they're going to double team and find Dodo. Good work from Snappy, though. That's the C4 dropped. Little bit of a mistake being made by Fnatic there. The C4 going in, but Brolan's there. He is the contingency plan. It's a 2 versus 2. As Smooya finds Hades, it's all on Spinks. 1v2, 20 HP. He can find Smooya, but he won't find the second. Brolan with a 1v1 clutch. It came close, but Fnatic, they get to 9. They have everything. They have the information. They know where the hit's going to be coming in from. As Fnatic's going to pounce, the rotation is on.
It's all about the entries again, though, because so often the first frag has gone the way in these opening duels to Fnatic. And although it's a 1-fun trade, a lot of damage to Spinks. They've got perfect smokes down. D has down to 52. Wherever he walks, there's flames, there's smoke. The fumes enough to choke on, and if he's not careful, he's about to get sideswiped by Alex, and that's exactly what comes into fruition. Suddenly, Spinks and Hades against the world, and they know that would be grim enough. We'd still be talking about that, like, geez, we know that their T-sides aren't that great, but come on now, this is looking really bad. At least Spinks will hold on to the AK. The fact that it's on their CT side.
Saying that, though, we do have Fnatic gearing up for this B hit again, where they found so much of impact. Dodo blinded, he needs to find one, and indeed, he will find 2. Snappy with a nice kill onto Alex as well, and once more, it's a 2 versus 4 for Fnatic.
Surely this is the one that they've got to win. Surely this is it. Smooya bypassing the smoke, snaps into the opposition and gives Fnatic a lifeline, but it's been stripped away. Smooya now in a 1-on-3, but he does have control over the bomb and enough time. Doto would have heard that. Two players now find themselves on towards the dumpster. Good Molotov and a flash up and over. Smooya looking for the drive-by frags, but he gets stuck from behind on Spinks. And finally, ENCE have something to cheer about. They've been getting in the thick of it, and now the smoke's up and over. Hades, watching the close angle, takes his shot but misses. Has to relocate, has to reposition. Only 20 seconds to go. Fnatic need to start pressing forward. Need to try and take the fight to the CTs. 1-4 trade, probably not good enough, especially as damage is being inflicted, and now Spinks holds the line as he posts up 14 frags in his own right. For as poor as DreamHack has been, Spinks has certainly shown up here on the side of ENCE. But Smooya will tuck his tail between his legs and save the AWP. A third round now for the CTs.
Solo pushing up connector with the AWP, which is so very wild. As Hades, oh, you need to land those, Hades. He spots two Vince and he doesn't even rattle off a single shot. And Alex is going to pluck his head clean off his shoulder. Spinks still looking the wrong way. Fortunately for him, Alex, oh, he's going to keep pushing ahead. Spinks has no idea, does it? Alex is going to look the wrong way, though, and that's a good find from Spinks.
In his performance, going to be called upon. They have no Molotovs to deal with him, but a good well-placed flash. Also, the AWP of DreamHack has moved into position, but he's been dealt with accordingly. Surely they check this angle. Now Doto's given his position away, and Smooya puts the bullet through the smoke. Down goes Doto, and Spinks has to be frustrated. He's actually played really well. He can hold his head high. 104 ADR when your team is potentially going to lose the first half. 12-3 is no small fate. Like, he has been playing very well indeed. The problem is that you look at the rest of the team and no one's really been there to lend him a helping hand. Now has to try and clutch this 1-on-4. Already half of the fuse has gone by. May get the first pick, but now his position's compromised. There's going to be a swell of T's that come up against him. And Fnatic will be absolutely cruising at 12-3. Find out if they can convert this massive lead after this short break. Now the chances for ENCE significantly spike back up again. If Flashbang proceeds to push, allows to create a bit of chance and a few opportunities, but Doto is taking this and making it his round. Spinks, the one shining light of the first half, also bags himself a couple of kills, and that's much more like it from ENCE.
He's the only one with Kevlar to speak of. It's got head armor as well, while the rest of them with the pistols may be looking for some exits. But it's going to be round number 6 locked in for ENCE here, unless something really terribly goes wrong, which shouldn't be the case, as Messi and Crims find a couple of kills. Oh, they don't have a kit, though. And the rifle will be retrieved. The right call from Brolan. And this is a bit of an expensive round, Vince. Those are rifles for all 5 of them, and now they've lost 3 of them.
They had one MAC-10, which has been picked up from Messi, but absolutely, the rest have been rifles. So you're looking at 3 kills. Yes, they can buy again, but when you look at the bigger picture, this could come back to haunt ENCE. Still stands his ground, and that resolve yields him a frag, and a second one on top of it. Finally, ENCE really waking up from that slumber. Alex posted the back and off angle, using that smoke to his advantage as Brolan comes in. Alex needs frags, he needs impact, and he's found them. Brolan can maybe finish off the weakened. Spinks takes him down through the smoke, and with an incendiary put down onto short side, it will isolate the 2 teams from one another. It could be a burn job for Hades, who decides to push through that Molotov, but just about survives by the skin of his teeth. Last 2 players incredibly low, but Smooya gets traded out as he's stuck over in heaven. Fnatic have a perfect read of this situation, and this is looking grim for ENCE. They're deciding to push through now, but Crims with the deagle on the barrels, and Smooya with the Overwatch approach. Should be good, but he misses his shot. Crims comes alive with 1, but it'll be too little too late. They had the chance. It was in the palm of their hand, but it slipped out. However, maybe Alex can clench that fist again and land the KO blow as the strike right down Hades takes him out. But Alex realizes his days are numbered, and he'd rather stay alive, so he decides to back away.
Slowly creeping up is Alex. He's going to find one player, find Spinks. There's no time remaining, though. He's going to go down with the bomb. He's going to find all of them. And, well, pretty expensive round for ENCE, all things considered. And Alex, of course, going to be surviving. And, more importantly, With 30 seconds on the clock, ENCE have to pop their way in. They do have a couple of Molotovs, 3 Molotovs, in fact, and 1 flashbang. Alex is going to be taking one for the team. The flashbang's going to blind him. He's just going to go for the full spray. They won't be expecting a second player. It's going to be Crims. It's going to drop 1. Snappy with the trade. 2 versus 3 as they make their way into the bomb site. Smuya falling back to a more safer angle. Nade lobbed in should deal quite a bit of damage into Hades. They're not expecting the second player on the site, though. Right below in the water. And it's going to be Mezzi who's going to strike. 5 seconds. There's no time remaining. Round number 13 for Fnatic. And Hades doesn't even get away. And Vince, this
well placed smoke though, and well timed. 35 seconds, not for the first time. ENCE taking their sweet time to get onto the site, and that's going to play into the hands surely of Fnatic. You have more firepower. However, Spinks catches Alex in transition, and there's another one. Spinks goes in for more. The Israeli is coming alive again, but Smuya douses the flames on this potential comeback. Diha popped out of his boots on the approach. The flick misses, and Snapper using that AUG against the CTs. There's enough time for the plant. Mezzi can't stop this. Stuck in the heaven, has given his position away. Does have a kit, does have a flash to his side. Could even go for the AWP, but I assume he's going to keep the AK at this position, try and spray down his adversaries. But it's Spinks that comes out swinging. And by the way, he is now top fragging on the server.
And it's going to be Broland with the M4 finds 1. Alex playing up close with the USP. Not the best of positions to play with the default pistol, but he does manage to land a bit of a dink. Now Dodo, holding the line. They are completely unaware as to Mezzi's position, and he will clothesline Snappy. That's a gun ready to be retrieved, but he needs backup real quickly because Dia is going to come charging in and gets the kill. Broland out in the open, finds 1, looking for the second kill, tapping away, runs out of bullets, and Spinks with yet another double kill in Smuya.
And Smuya was never going for that, as a lack of a kit had come to the forefront, was looking for some exits to see if he could hurt ENCE a little bit more.
Still have the rifle and utility. Fnatic looking good. Smuya spots the, goes for the wall, then doesn't find Snappy. Ooh, I'm surprised I didn't actually land the shot through the wall, but they will survive as Broland spamming through the smoke, finds Hades, and it's a 5 versus 2.
Player is going to cross Dotto. If he had got the frag on Mezzi, that could have made things a bit more interesting because Smuya on low HP would not have been long for this world. However, Fnatic not just win the round.
As Mezzi finds 1, but Spinks with a quick trade. Dia as well with the Tech 9s. They're just somehow getting these kills. Mezzi down to the USP, and the flashes are so terrible for him. Taps away, gets the kill, but in the meantime, Dodo replies back, and it's a 1 versus 3. Amongst the chaos, somehow Vince ends, they strike back, and they find Smuya as well. They had no business winning the round. Small side players we've ever had in CSGO, and he's struggling a little bit here, and he's going to have to answer the call of duty. He's going to come pre-firing around the corner, runs out of bullets. Unfortunately, the USP, it's not going to be good enough, and again, it's going to be the captain, Snappy, opening it up with a quick 2 kill. Roland does reply back, but it's trades back and forth, again, favoring ENCE. They keep battering this B bomb side, Vince, and they just keep getting away with it. And I think we saw it wasn't just Crims as well. Like a couple of players just going for this full commit sprays through the smoke, and I don't know if they realize it's the A1, it's not the M4, and he's got to turn around. Oh, misses the shot. He's done. He's done for. He's done for. He's still alive. Still alive. They haven't pushed in yet. Now he spots 1 out. Though it's Snappy plucks his head clean off his shoulders. They gotta save. They gotta save. ENCE have tied things up. An 11-1 scoreline for Fnatic on the T side of Overpass. And here we are. Score's getting tied up. It's been incredible from ENCE. 19 kills, and he's probably thinking, all right, lads, CD side, I'm gonna get out that AWP. I'm just gonna drop like 30 kills, 35 kills. He's got like 3 kills. Have stacked 4. They have 4 CTs lying in wait.
That's a better trade though. Crims is burning, needs some help. There's a lot of damage being inflicted, and Mezzi through the smoke shuts down Snappy. They stacked 4 players on the B side, and it's worked out a charm. Crims burns Doto alive. Spinks is desperate to find a pixel to execute off, to exploit, to expunge away from this site, but he's finding nothing just yet. He is, however, clearing a lot of angles before Mezzi shuts him down. Flash from Smuya, and Mezzi finishes off the rest, and Hades on a lowly 4 HP with an AWP by his side. Very unlikely to even get a frag from this round, let alone clutch it out, and down he will fall. It's been the first time in quite some time that Fnatic have got success
Question is, are they going to try and go for a cheeky dry peek first? And look at the rotation taking place from Fnatic. They've already sent a player back, and a hit's going to be coming on in. Crims, you need to stand and deliver, and indeed he will. Finds one, finds a second, and in a blink of an eye, Hades left alone. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to OT.
This is the last round, Hades. You have to make a go for it. Down he goes to Brolan. 16-14. The fake comeback has come to pass. But I think there's some question marks over that Fnatic CT side, Blair.
Yeah, that wasn't super calm.
He's going to be able to get a crossfire in from the ramp as well. However, this is a ruse. They're deciding to go back up towards the A site, and with Snappy taking off the head of Mezzi, they can go back up the vents. This stack on B site is going to be completely useless now.
And Snap just looking around, getting the kill onto the squeaky player, and just like that, Smooya and Alex left in a 2 versus 4. This should be unwinnable. Alex getting peeked by 3 players simultaneously, and Smooya on 1 point of health. He's got not a chance in hell. Going to be holding on to the USP and the flashbang and try and make it work into round number 2, which should be the force fight coming out from Fnatic. But for ENCE, a very convincing start, and they've even managed to salvage the 2 dualies, Vince.
Yeah, that's pretty painful, really.
And Alex on an adventure. He's a bit ahead of Brolan. Should be a free kill for Diha, which he will find, but down to 9 HP, and Brolan will find him. Now a 4 versus 4, but considering how low Hades is, I don't know if he can survive here. They're slowly going to be creeping on up. This is a dangerous ploy, because Crims with the Deagle could wreck some heads, but he hasn't spotted anyone out. Dodo with a bullet, though. That's going to be a dead giveaway. Now they know where one player is. Crims gets found out. That was all a bait, and Smooya trapped all the way back behind Forklift, and they're hunting him down. Vince is all the way near CD spawn, and he will at least find one before he drops, leaving it all in the capable hands of Mezzi. It's a 1v3. But Hades down to 2 HP. This is doable.
It is if you can get the first pick, but unfortunately Spinks checks his angles, and yeah, that's going to be the end of that. And ENCE have a very real possibility to 2-0 this series. So we're already starting seeing Diha, Spinks, Nappy, like everyone's getting their chance to shine, and that's a very bad sign for Fnatic. However, Mezzi spraying through the smoke, delivers 2 frags. Bomb spills down, retrievable by the hands of Hades, but just what they were looking for. That opening pick, it will be costly for ENCE. However, this is effectively their bonus round. They held on to both of their Mac 10s. If they lose this, as long as they do damage, that should be good enough. So Fnatic need to tread lightly.
Can retrieve a rifle if he wants to, but no, he's going to stick with the Mac 10, which is a curious decision. He doesn't probably want to make any noise by dropping the Mac 10 and switching to a rifle, and Mezzi is slowly getting hounded by Snappy. Going for the contact play. Mezzi unaware, but he finds Snappy, and now it's all in Hades to make something work. A nice little shot as Hades, unaware of Alex on the flank, and that is going to be the round. He is all alone, though. If he gets found out, the ramp is free for the taking. Flash comes up. Alex Crims able to avoid it, but they come charging it through the flames, and Crims good for 2, and a bomb is dropped right at his feet.
Oh, this is so good from Fnatic, and Crims in particular. One of the reasons we pointed out that he's having a poor performance on Overpass is because he's capable of such madness. He's capable of such carnage.
Even the 2K which Crims got, it all started off because of Brolan, and Brolan's playing on hard mode, Vince. He doesn't even have his crosshair out for his A1. They're going to be jumping across a missed shot by Smooya, but Brolan will find his second. And Alex joining the party as well. And bear in mind, this is the force spy coming in from ENCE. It's not an eco.
Mezzi has a good read of the situation. Spray lets him down. Diha could punish. And Snappy connects from main. Now things start to get a little bit scary for Fnatic. Smooya, slow peek round, but Snappy had the perfect crosshair placement. Molotov down. Brolan's going to go in for the white swing, and Snappy comes out again. Crimson's last man standing. It's Snappy, the hero round. The IGL leading by example, puts down the ace. Oh no, no one's checking this. Oh no, Crims, yeah. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Spray for 2, and the 3rd. There's the bomb down. Patience of virtue for the Swede.
Alex should be found out. Alex probably wondering how did he even read there. It's Spinks suddenly from a 2 versus 5 back to a 2v3, and they do win these rounds, Vince.
Their spirits, their economy, morale, just, yeah, this is a must-win round for me for Fnatic so early on. I don't want to call it done or anything like it, but it's hard to feasibly come back from this many losses. 1-for-1 trade. Spinks, the hero from the last map. It's a great flash, perfectly placed flash.
He's a lone defender for the time being. He has backup arriving in the form of Mezzi from Decon. Bomb will be planted, and they're unaware of his position. And Brolan, oh, he's going to do everything by his lonesome, it looked like it, but he's finally going to fall to Spinks. Back to a 2v2. A lot of time to work with, and Smooya drops down for the vent, leaving it all in the hands of Dodo in a 1v2, 12 HP, now to 1v1.
He needs to insta headshot. He's on 12 HP. If Mezzi lands one bullet, this round is over. Doto trying to line it up, but there's Mezzi. The A1S prevails. But we're in a similar situation again, Blair. Both economies hanging by a thread. Neither team is fully...
But look at this from an ENCE. They're looking to make the way straight on up. And Mezzi has got to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Hades going to be making contact, slow peek around the corner, and he still comes out on top. Spinks strikes as well, and that's the A bomb side cracked open.
Another round that Fnatic should really be bagging if they want to try and take this map down. Crims, two low players, decides to peek in before Smooth's even close. That is a head scratch. Maybe thinking the timing would have favored him. Maybe some of that damage was confirmed and he knew two players were low, so the red mist descended.
The only silver lining for Fnatic is the fact that they do have some money in the bag. And Smooya across their train, he knows exactly where Hades has snuck off to, but Hades, he's going to double back. This could be big. Roland needs to go big here. He's got to find one. That's the bomb dropped at his feet. There is a flank coming in from Mini, though, but he's making a lot of noise, and they're going to be ready and waiting for him.
Exquisite round from Fnatic. Bait and switch. So all the Pole has to do here is get another kill or two, and I'll make things a little bit more sweaty going through into the last couple of rounds. But Hades is found and fragged by the Swede. Fnatic regain the lead. He's got the perfect crosshair, but the A lets him down. How the hell has Hades survived that? The man is made of iron. That looked dead on to him. And now it puts Brolan in a horrible spot, but he stands his ground and just slaps Snappy away with the A1S. Comes back in, there's another frag. Brolan's doing it all alone. And now the other Swedish contingent comes to the forefront, doesn't let his brother fall on his sword, and helps him out. And it's looking good for Fnatic to get 8, barring a miracle play from Spinks. And by the way, you'd want him having AK-47 in this position, and not the Desert Eagle. He's probably going to go down. The bomb's in a horrible spot. He's being flanked, and Fnatic get there ahead of him. ENCE will have a horrific buy going into the last round as well.
And for Fnatic, they have everything to work with. Smooya with the op train towards Secret. Spotted Spinks. Spinks trying to bait out a shot, but Smooya, great trigger distance to find a kill as they come charging out from the hut, but they are met with a hail of bullets. Never mind. Dodo with a MAC-10 made it look a little close, Vince, but in the end, it is going to be Fnatic. He's going to get round number 9, and we're going to be seeing if ENCE can bounce back in the second half. If Fnatic can make this one a 2-0. Well, Diha, nice opening kill though, finds Crims, and he spots a lot of them out in the open. I don't see any smokes for Fnatic, so they have to just go and try and pull off the drive-by, but it's going to be Hades plucking heads. Brolan at least able to reply. Mezzi from behind, and somehow Dodo hasn't heard him. And now, a 2v3.
A 2v3 that's very winnable, especially as they have Brolan, who's been in such fine form. And Mezzi, who of course was a powerhouse in the first map. However, Spinks from the top may have bit off more than he can chew. Goes back in. Did he just jump on him? Oh, that's filthy from Brolan. He's down to 8 HP, but he's keeping the dream alive, and he still retains possession of the bomb.
Oh, the timing. Diha clearing outside, but Brolan looks the wrong way. The worst time possible. That would have been very hard in any case. So, and they win the pistol
with a Deagle from downtown, dealing with Hades. Smooya taking a bunch of damage and decides to repeat twice, but there's Alex with the Deagle, continuing the player advantage. And now ENCE may feel pressured to go in for a play, get smoked out, giving outside control across to Fnatic, and that's why D has made moves downstairs. If this angle goes unchecked, he could be in for a ton of action and a ton of frags. Just decides he doesn't want to play possum, doesn't want to wait for any more players to come through, wants to snatch that opportunity, and it may be at the cost of this round for ENCE.
Look at the flank coming in as well, all the way from Ram, but Spinks with a great shot on the Crims. Mezzi, however, trades, and now the 1v2 advantage for Fnatic. They're going to get the bomb down to Dodo, making his way from Secret. He's got that MP9. Round's done. He's got to go, run away, try hold on to his MP9, and indeed, he just might, unless Mezzi gets the kill. No, he won't. So Dodo takes the FAMAS. He will survive, but ENCE have lost the round, and Fnatic, well, there you have it, Vince. You just brought it up against Spinks. Make his presence known, but Diha Very heads-up play, but the timing doesn't quite pan out for him. And Alex knows up close he can actually come out on top here, but Diha able to crouch below the bullets off the Mac-10, and that's going to be a two-man advantage here for ENCE on their force buy, mind you, as Hades will be tested. And what a test. I mean, what a test it was for him, but he still passes with flying colors. And he's looking for more. Smooya, however, finds a kill on a Snappy, and Hades is hitting some nutty shots here. Finally will fall to Mezzi.
Mezzi, though, in the meanwhile, as you said, his position is very much compromised. And he's not trying to play shy at this stage. However,
this is his counterpart on the other side, the IGL, who's been leading by example thus far in Nuke. Oh no, Alex snuck his way through. Hades found out one by one that they are getting isolated and taken down. And Spinks, even though he gets the kill fence, he's been dinged down so very low, and Dodo has a lot of work to do. The bomb has been spotted out. Dodo, they're trying to hunt him down, but Dodo's somehow going to find Smooya. They picked up the bomb and managed to make their way towards the lower bomb side, but somehow
the bomb is so near detonation, though. A third of the fuse remaining, flashed through. Oh, Dotto can't get it done. He's kind of succumbed to his fate. He knows he's living on borrowed time. He's at least going to take a player or two with him. But that's going to be all she wrote. So many times, ENCE have been right in the pocket, right up against it, maybe able to clutch out. So often when they've got this position, they've got the opening pick, and they've done it again. And who else but Brolan? They won't anticipate two players, but Snappy's position is untenable after the first frag comes down. A lot of damage has been inflicted across the Fnatic, but the player advantage stays in their favor.
Look at Alex. Look at Alex. He's going to be the knife in the back. Vence. He's going to be coming in from Vence. Hasn't made a single step yet, and Dodo is able to get a kill. They've been quickly traded, however, and Diha, the moment he opens this squeaky door, well, Alex doesn't even have to do anything. It's a 1 versus 3, and Spinks, he's able to upgrade to the AK-47, but they're not spacing. Oh, never mind. Mezzi faces an 18 HP, and he just cracks his skull with an M4A1. 3 kills for the UK lad. Fnatic, 14-8.
So DreamHack can now trade up from the MP9 to the AK-47. Flashbang is good, but there's a second component in Hades, hiding behind the boxes. Do they do their due diligence and check these angles? They do, but it's at the cost of Mezzi's life. And Snappy's able to pull the plug. Escape down the ramp. He's going to get forced in. Fakes as though he's gone to control room to hold his position. And now DreamHack opens up with the AK, but it's only 1 frag. 2 play 2. And even if Fnatic were to concede this, they've done so much economic damage. The ENCE are going to be reeling from this for the next couple of rounds regardless. But Fnatic, they have a look at the clock. They say, oh, hold on, we got a minute left. We don't have to fully commit behind this. We can try and divide and conquer towards A. But there is a player in hell. It's going to be Dotto. Has the perfect angle. And with both players low, this could be 2 frags going to his way. There's the first Brolan. 25 kills to his name. Isn't going to add a 26. The Finn stands tall. Delivers for ENCE.
ENCE, but it looks like Mezzi is aware of this. There is a player up close to Dodo in the smoke, and Mezzi spots him out. I don't know if he saw like a boot or a barrel sticking out, but Dodo is going to be found out, and 2 kills already from Fnatic, for Fnatic without a single reply back from ENCE.
From bad to worse. Here comes the execution as well. Spinks tries to get aggressive, wrap around towards lobby, but it's to his detriment. Flash is good. Chronicle the clap now as well. Off Fnatic before this bomb detonates. First frag goes down. Snappy now has to try and contend with all of them. It's not going to happen, and Fnatic have 6 match points.
Try and take us to OT, but it is looking grim. It is looking unlikely, and Fnatic, they're wasting no time. They come charging up towards the upper bomb side. He at least able to reply back, and he finds a couple with the retrieved AK-47, brings it back to a 3v3, but for the time being, they have lost the sight. I don't even know what Alex is doing. He's walking out through the smoke, and he's going to find Diha Smooya from above, looking to strike down onto the CT, who's looking out towards Mini, but somehow this snuck on past.
I think they would have heard him drop down, but they're too preoccupied trying to deal with Brolan. Going to take a look on, try and draw Hades into the open, and he will be swung on. Smooya, last man standing, up against Hades, tries to nail him, and picks up the double, proving you can use the rifle just as well as the AWP. And that's going to be the 2-0 win.
Unbelievable.